round 16. We start with Ms. Mushatt.
Carrie Nelson.
Mr. Pfeiffer.
Dumas.
Mr. Jarrett. Mr. El-Alamin.
Ms. Biggs.
Ms. Lewis.
Carrie Nelson.
Ms. Priestley. Ms. Winfrey Carter.
Biggs-Leavy.
Ms. Burns.
Biggs-Leavy.
Madam Chair.
That's 3 votes for Mr. Nelson.
Madam
one
Chair,
for
I'm
Ms.
going to change my vote to Ms. Biggs-Leavy.
That's 3 votes.
She's up.
You wanted the floor.
A point of order. She's starting to call the vote. You cannot stop at that point.
Mr. El-Alamin wanted the floor.
Point of order.
You didn't ask for the floor.
Point of order. She is actually roll calling the vote. You can't stop it at that point.
Madam Chair,
cannot.
Mr. El-Alamin wanted the floor.
He did not, point of order, he did not request the floor. He didn't request the floor.
Madam Chair,
She
you
had
weren't-
already started.
Madam
She
Clerk,
did
you
not
weren't looking
request-
to-
He didn't ask for the floor.
He did not request.
He did not
the floor.
request the floor. He did not.
I did not hear Mr. El-Alamin.
Mr. El-Alamin, did you want the floor?
That's not
But-
point
He
of
did not
order.
call for the floor.
That's not how it goes.
Madam Chair, he should have the same opportunity that Mr. Pfeiffer had. The fact that you didn't hear him or catch him is not fair to him.
Point of
Mr.
order, I was
Mr.
looking right
Pfeiffer.
at him and she's sitting right next to him. He didn't ask for the floor.
Mr.
He
Pfeiffer.
did not.
Mr. Pfeiffer. Please. Mr. Pfeiffer asked to change his vote before I started.
And he was
Announce the
trying
roll
to
call.
get your
That's-
attention to change
That's,
his.
no, I was looking right at him. He was not.
I did
Mr.
not-
El-Alamin,
No, asked for the floor, and he didn't. He did not.
Madam Clerk, finish the roll call.
we were trying to get your attention.
Who is we?
But
I literally was doing this.
No.
Mr. Pfeiffer.
I don't have to lie. You can look back at the video. I was literally doing this.
Mr. Pfeiffer spoke out.
Right, and then he was trying to, and that's why I was pointing at him and you did not look up.
Point of order.
But he didn't say anything.
That is a lie. That is a lie, and neither was he
No,
gesturing.
that's a lie.
Let's finish the
Madam
roll
Clerk,
call.
Madam Clerk,
Finish the roll call.
Madam Clerk, finish the roll call.
Madam Chair, finish the roll call.
Finish counting your votes. Finish saying what you're gonna say, Madam Clerk.
Get ready, you can catch this up there.
He never even looked
He
at
never
the
even
clerk.
looked. We were looking. That is a blatant
Never
lie.
even looked at the clerk.
Neither was she gesturing him. That is another blatant lie. No. And she sits right next to him. No. You start the roll call. You cannot interrupt. You're calling what the votes were. Madam Clerk, you were doing the roll call. Madam Clerk, you were doing the roll call. He didn't even look. He didn't say nothing. He didn't gesture. You have a job, Madam Clerk, to finish the roll call. Please finish the roll call, Madam Clerk. Madam Chair, they realized they made a mistake. That's not our fault. Let's finish as we need to proceed. Madam Clerk.
I am trying to come to a resolution, so.
There is no resolution at this point, but to roll call that vote that we have Point of order. Point of order. State the vote. State the vote.
The point of order is we have colleagues that are blatantly yelling out at the clerk while the clerk is
deliberating among, yeah, so that's
I
not
got
an
a
order.
point of order. I asked for the floor.
The council rules state that you can change your vote up until this roll starts. The roll started.
Exactly. It's cut and dry. That's what the rule is. Rule is up until then. She was calling and stating the vote. Up until then, you can change it. After that, you cannot. What? I don't have my council rules. You got yours? Messed up.
Just hold on.
Which one? 9.7? Oh, so, she's not in her seat. So Rule 9.7 states changing one's vote. A member has the right to change his vote up to the time the
Councilwoman
result is
Burns, you
announced
do
by
not
the
have
chair.
the floor. You
wasn't
do
even in
not
your
have
seat.
the floor. You didn't say point of order either way. You
I
do not
did.
have the floor.
Point of order?
We are. Thank you.
Okay,
Thank
so
you,
we at
Councilman
least we can
Pfeiffer.
talk, so I don't need the floor. So Rule 9.7.
Actually, you cannot because you're
changing-
still out of
you can't-
order
you
because
can't talk. Where's
you
the rule that say
cannot.
You can't talk.
You cannot.
We're not
At
in a
council
session.
being at ease means council can't use these mics. You cannot.
Where does it say you can't use
You
the mics
cannot.
and the mics are on? Show me that rule. I'm gonna give you
Councilwoman
Rule
Burns.
9.7.
Councilwoman Burns, you are out of
A member has
order.
a right to
You
change
do
his
not
vote
have
up
the
to the time
floor.
the result is announced by the
And
chair.
the results were not announced. You do
She
not
started
have the
announcing
floor.
them.
No, she did not.
Yes,
You do
she
not have the
did.
floor.
Yes, she did. Roll the video back. Where are they back? Conference? Oh, she going back. He wants to discuss it, they're discussing it in private. They don't want counsel back there. That Rule 9.7 don't change though. It don't, and making up rules, you can't talk and have your mic on. There ain't no rules that's so near. Yeah, he thinks that. Why is my computer got somebody else's whole name on it? I can't get into it. Somebody's whole name on it. I got the only computer don't never work. I don't even know who no Goldsberry is. You can't use the mic. Man, they are lying. I admit it. Like it's a rule that we supposed to sit up here and be quiet. That is not something that says you at ease. You can't. Nothing. You need, listen, go get a fuzzball for that sweater. Tired of you. Always got something to say. Always. She started that roll call vote. That was started, and that Rule 9.7, and changing one's vote, a member has a right to change his vote up to the time. Every question?
Okay, so the issue is with whether or not Mr. El-Alamin had the right to change his vote. And if we look at Rule 9.7, changing one's vote, a member has a right to change his vote up to the time the result is announced by the chair. A request to change a vote after the chair's announcement requires unanimous consent of the body without debate and may only be made immediately after the chair's announcement. If we are counting these rounds as votes, none of these have been announced by the chair. So I hadn't, let alone said the roll call, and the chair definitely hadn't announced the results. So per the rules, Mr. El-Alamin can still change his vote because no one had made an announcement. This is what the rules say. But much like, I'm not looking around after every round to see who wants my attention. You have to speak up. But the rules say he has a right to change his vote up until the time the result is announced by the chair. I am not the chair of this meeting. So we haven't been announcing every round. The chair has not been announcing every round. But if we're going to stick to that rule to change his vote, then he can still change his vote.
And that's what I was trying to do.
Well, if the meeting is over, then he didn't change his vote before the meeting was over.
Madam Secretary, if you want to start the clock. And Mr. El-Alamin wants to change his vote.
That blatant lie.
No, you can go ahead, the 145.
Good.
So, Mr. El-Alamin,
Kerry Nelson.
so that's 4 votes for Mr. Nelson. Four votes for Ms. Biggs-Leavy. Round 17.